So I have a huge haul of just stuff, birthdays, pre-orders, just a lot of stuff. All came at one time today while I was at work, which is nuts. Let's get into it. Let's start with the comics. This is going to be called my birthday haul video, but not all of this is my birthday. Quite a bit of this is pre-orders, but is what it is. So I got What If Donald Duck Became Iron Man? This is a really sweet variant cover. I wanted this variant cover because I had the Beagle Boys on it, you know, DuckTales, so pretty sweet. Got this Star Trek Lore Wars one-shot. Mostly got it because it's a Lower Decks one-shot, and I love Star Trek Lower Decks. Got Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, issue number 2. Last issue comes out next month. Really great story so far. I haven't read part 2 yet, but we'll see. Let's start with this one. This one did not come from Amazon. So this has been on my wish list for a very, very long time. Groove dropped this from like less than 20 bucks. And less than 20 bucks is a really good deal for this set. So I've been hesitant about grabbing this set though, but I decided just to go for it because I don't think there's going to be anything better than this set for this collection, which is a little unfortunate. I'll explain in a minute. So this is Scooby-Doo, or the new Scooby-Doo movies, the Almost Complete Collection. And essentially why this is the Almost Complete Collection is this show was the show that came after the original Scooby-Doo. And it was basically a crossover with licensed characters like Batman and Robin. Or it was like, right here you got Sonny and Cher, Abbott and Costello, Three Stooges showed up. Like real people showed up. I guess Three Stooges aren't real people. Like they're real actors who play those parts, but they're not like they're characters. But anyways, that's kind of the point of the show. It was like an hour-long Scooby-Doo episode with like a celebrity guest, and that was the whole point of the show. And because it featured real likenesses and celebrities, Warner Brothers did not have the rights to all the episodes in their entirety anyways. So I think there's only like 2 or 3 episodes. MGM would not license that Addams Family episode, and I forget what the other one is, but yeah, so, but almost all of them are here on Blu-ray, 2-disc set for less than 15 bucks. It doesn't say how many are on here, but okay, yeah, actually it does, 23. So 23 episodes of a Blu-ray of this show on Blu-ray, and each episode's like an hour long, I think, if I'm remembering right. That's a good deal for less, I think it was like 15 bucks. So snag that, and I do love Scooby-Doo, and that had just been sitting on my wish list for literal years. And it goes between like 30 and 40 bucks, then it goes down to 20, 25, and I just never did it. Well, now was the time to get it, so the great deal on that one. Alright, let's start with this one. I think this is the one I think it is. I don't know. What's annoying about some of these Amazon packages? I don't know which one's to return yet. Oh. This one is sweet. So I got Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2. This completes my Yellowstone collection, and I have not seen this part yet. So I have not. This is the only part of the show I've not seen yet, and so you know what? This was 20 bucks because I had some Amazon points or whatever. Brought down the price, and yeah, very cool. What really sucks is that I have Season 5 Part 1 without a slip, but this one. Oh, don't. So this is like a little envelope here that comes with some art cards or whatever. Cool. Oh, they're like postcards. Okay, cool. Nothing I really need, but if you're really into that sort of thing, I don't know. Me, personally, I don't like how these are set up in this set, because should come inside the case, not as sticky notes in front of the case like this. This is just not cool. Don't really like that. Like, you know, the Star Trek releases sometimes come with art cards, but at least they're inside the case, where they belong. 2-disc, pretty normal for these Yellowstone sets. So now I have the whole series, and I can finally finish watching the whole show. plan to do. It's nice. It's this one. Like I said, this is going to be a long haul video. There's just so much stuff here. I have more stuff showing up tomorrow. That's just part of my birthday, you know. But I got this because I thought this was going to sell out. There's only like 3 left on Amazon in stock, and I was like, get it now because my thing was I was going to buy one of these a month, but I just ended up getting all 3 because I was only missing 2 volumes of this. The Popeyes 1940s Collections Volume 2. Volume 3 shows up tomorrow, and I do really love Popeye. And I have not watched Volume 1, but I definitely need to do that now that I have all 3 volumes showing up, so I can actually watch them all back to back. That's pretty cool. I think this is the big one for me. This is the one that, honestly, the way I justify this pre-order, because the price for this is absurd, especially when you know what it's missing, because this is actually missing some stuff here. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this. This was $60 with tax and everything. And for one movie, even in a steelbook, that is wild. And what's crazy is this is a 3-disc set. But honestly, Disney did this 4K remaster. They showed this in theaters for one night, and I got lucky. One theater in my town was showing it, and it's the one I work at too. So I just went that one night, watched the whole 3-hour and 15-minute director's cut. Just reminded me how much I love this movie. I did have the Blu-ray, but I upgraded to the 4K steelbook of Kingdom of Heaven. I adore this cover. That's sword on the back too. That's beautiful. And this is sold out. It has gone back and forth with being sold out, but who knows with this one. I think they said with Tombstone this one that they're going to work on printing more, so we'll see. But $60 for this is wild. There is a bonus disc. I love that image right there of a Land of Bloom, which is pretty cool. The 4K disc with the director's cut, and then there's a Blu-ray disc with the director's cut. But this is the thing. Look, now in all honesty, the only version of this movie that I would recommend, even as a first-time watch, is the director's cut. But the problem is there's no theatrical cut in here, and it's like, well, $60, 3 discs, you can't be bothered to include both cuts. There's not really any reason for it, and it's kind of like, why? You know, this is a gorgeous movie. I love that it's on 4K, on Steelbook, but $60 is just not fair to people who just want to own this movie at an affordable price point in the highest quality possible. And then you're not including everything for no reason. So, I don't know if it was a Ridley Scott thing or what, but I do love this movie. I had to have it. So this is my birthday gift to me, is this $60 4K Steelbook of a movie that I absolutely adore. Hot take, I think it's better than Gladiator, honestly, that movie. So, let's see, what's this one? I think I know what this one is, because there's probably like 3 things in here. Oh no, this is not 3 things. This is, I should have guessed this is what it is. I got the Amphibia, the Art of Amphibia book. I loved this show when it was on. I wish I'd actually reviewed it while it was on, but I didn't get to it. I probably should go back now. It's a little bit hard because shows that have 11-minute segments are really long and hard to do. And you know, it's a little bit easier when they have DVD sets, because then you can watch them as 11-minute segments, because that's how they're usually separated. But on streaming, they're put together as 22-minute episodes, so that makes the whole thing difficult. But this is an amazing art book. It came out in March, and I just never got it. But someone gave me a $50 Amazon gift card, and that was like $40. And I knew that was one thing that with my birthday money I had to get, because there was no other way I was just going to spend $40 on that art book. But honestly, loving the series so much, so glad I did. I have no idea when I'm going to have time to read that, but man, I'm so glad I have that. And let's get into these. The last 3 items here. I'm not going to box this in the video, but I got the Marvel Legends Black Suit Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3. Just like that they're doing the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, because those are my Spider-Mans. You know, I mean, the ones I have the most nostalgia for are probably the Andrew Garfield ones. But my favorite ones are at least live action is Tom Holland's. Or not Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire stuff. So, more of those, please, and I will be collecting those, even though I don't really like Marvel. Not dislike Marvel Legends. I have a few pre-ordered and stuff. I just, their pricing is hard sometimes. So A24 has been doing these new editions here. And I have been really liking that these are just common releases. They are a little more than your average release, so I just haven't grabbed a lot of them. I still need to get the Brutalist. But because I haven't seen this movie came out like last November or December, I can't remember which. And I didn't get to see it because it didn't ever play a theater near me. I heard amazing things about it. And so I just went and pre-ordered this for $30. Because this is a really cool looking edition too, and that is queer. Yeah, this is a great looking edition. It's a Blu-ray disc. Surprise! People, you know, there was people saying at the Oscars this year that they were surprised Daniel Craig did not get a Oscar now. Okay, these are all art cards here. Okay. Looks like they were all stowed away in here like a little booklet thing. But that's cool. I don't really need to look at these because it doesn't really matter if I show you these because I don't know what the context is. So, some cool art cards for a movie that I still need to check out. If you can't notice, I'm not a big art card person. I just don't really get the point. Right? Because if it's an art card, like, what are you going to hang it on your wall? I mean, not really. Just either come with the poster at that point or just have cool art on the outside thing. I don't need these art cards for no reason. But, yeah, it's got a Blu-ray disc. What does it say? It has special... It's got, you know, commentaries, cool kinds of stuff in it. Looks like a very interesting movie. I do really plan to check this one out. Been really dying to see that. And one of my favorite movies of the year, Looney Tunes: The Day the Earth Blew Up. I absolutely adored this movie. This movie, I wanted to support it in any way I can, so I immediately pre-ordered this Blu-ray before it even had a release date. And, you know, I wanted to show this because if you don't know the story behind this movie, basically Warner Brothers wanted a tax write-off this movie, and instead of doing that, they sold it to another company. So they released it in theaters here in the States. And it did actually pretty decently. And, yeah, I paid to go see this movie every time. Every week that it played in theaters near me, I paid to go see it. Sometimes more than once. I think I ended up seeing it about 4 or 5 times. I can't remember exactly. It was like 4 or 5 times. It was definitely 4. It might have been 5. I can't remember. But I absolutely adored this movie. I saw it at 2 different theaters. And if you know me, I don't have to pay for tickets for the majority of movies. Not all, but majority of the time I don't. Because I work in a movie theater. And so even the theater I work at was showing this, and I was paying to see it every time. So this is put out by Catch Up Entertainment on Blu-ray, and it's really cheap. I recommend getting this. It was $15. It was like $14.99, but you know, with tax and everything, it's like $15, like 14 cents or something like that. So yeah, doesn't list any special features, so it looks like it might just be the movie. Disappointing they did not try to get the directors or anybody to do any special features for this because, I don't know. Please do not stream this on Max or HBO Max because Warner Brothers doesn't deserve your money for trying to tax write off a movie like this, you know. They don't deserve your streaming viewership for a movie that they tried to get rid of. That is insanity to me, that you would try to get rid of a movie and then have the nerve and the gall to throw it on your streaming service. Like, fuck you for that. This is a great movie. It's definitely going to be in my top 5 of the year. It's my favorite animated movie of the year. Though, what is there? What else is there? Like Dogman and something else. So, yeah, it's great stuff. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.